Hi guys, welcome to High Entropy and let's start AI learn. So before I start, I just wanted to tell you share you one story. It's a story of a young samurai. So it's a Japanese story. So I will tell you first what is the meaning of samurai. Samurai is a kind of you can think of like a warrior and like it's from their ancestors they are part of wars and all and they used to so they are the soldiers you can say. So it's a story of a young samurai and he used to so he is a young and now he hasn't participated in any war yet, but he used to sharp his sword and he was keep dreaming. Okay, one day he will become a best warrior, best soldier, and he was dreaming, and he was just keep on sharpening his skills, or you can say he was not basically sharpening his skills, or he never participated in any war, but he was imagining, okay, he will do like this, he will cut, or he will fight like a good soldier, and he used to dream, and he was so happy. So it's like a, and days passed, but he hasn't participated in anything, and he was keep sharpening his skills, or you can say sharpening how to he was just sharpening his skills, and also you can think of like he never participated in any war and all. And when later he started realizing that other people or the other young samurais who are younger than him started participating in wars and all, and they are more sharper, and he started feeling, oh, now he is so far away from them compared to the skills and all, because he was just keep dreaming, and he was not never participated, and he was just dreaming like he will become a good soldier. So this happens with all of us, one thing I will tell you, like it's been 3 4 days I think I haven't let me see when I last time I learned or I streamed about AI learning. So it's been few days. I remember 4 days, no, 1 minute, 3 days back I streamed, and now see, 3 4 days passed and I haven't participated. Okay, so I haven't. Um, what we say? I haven't. Okay, so I have not any like I haven't streamed or I haven't watched videos and practiced. So it's like I'm dreaming or I'm just imagining like, okay, one day I'll become a good AI engineer, or maybe I'll become good at AI. I will build agents and all. And even at the project that I was working, I it is in the same stage. I just created MCP server. I just used MCP server, fixed the issue, and still there are so many things I told you, like there are so many features that I need to build. For when I recently I thought, okay, I need to build one more thing that is part of it, so that suppose I scheduled few streams and now I forgot them. So it's better if I'll keep alarms for them. So automatically whenever you are scheduling or whenever your agent is going to schedule, it will create an alarm on your phone. And for that I need to learn Flutter. So I'm thinking like I will learn the Flutter basic, and then I will jump into the AI code agent and I will use them. So maybe 2 3 days or maybe 1 week I learn, and enough. That is because I always wanted to learn Flutter, but I never completed it properly. But this time I just want to learn it. I want to build few apps and want to use AI there. So you know what I observed, most of the time we are dreaming and we think like, okay, things will become better one day, but we never work upon them. We never think like we never give a thought on like how the things will change, how what steps we are I'm what steps I am taking to fix the problems. Most of the times we think like, okay, things will become better, and some people used to say like, okay, just work on this thing. You have to think about how this whatever you are doing, how it's going to help you. You don't need to go blindly like a sheep. Like a shepherd is going in this direction and all sheep will follow him. They will go in the same direction irrespective whether it is good for them or bad for them. So in the same way, most of the time we are living in a delusion like, okay, everything will be good, but how? It's very important, like always ask how. If I feel like okay, my spoken English will become good, but how? Are you doing something special or you are doing? Because see, there are so many people who just practiced for few days or few months and you'll see a tremendous result. So it's not about vocabs also. I noticed one thing like here people used to say, or I have observed like okay, learn lot of vocabs or maybe I will learn better grammar, then I'll become better speaker. It's not about that. It's more about how you are thinking, how you are presenting. Presentation is another skill that you need to learn. And in the same way, like whenever I'm starting stream, you will see only few people are watching. Maybe my retention to generate a story or maybe how to engage audience. It's very bad. My presentation skill is very bad, and I'm not working on it. It's like today only I just okay thought why my thumbnails are not good even when I'm uploading them. So it always feels like blurry and all, like I'm uploading them at high quality, but they are not looking good. See, all of them are looking blurry. None of them is good, looking good. Most of them are blurred and all. So I experimented a lot with this thumbnail, and it's still not looking good. It's still bad one. So I observed one thing like YouTube uses compression algorithm, but I'm not sure what will be the solution for it. And one idea came into my mind. Now, normally people used to avoid to tell it to anyone, but I'm telling you because it's up to you. If you can do it, then you can do it, irrespective whether you are uh, is listening from me or from other. If you have idea, if you wanted to do, it's like Google is already being built by someone. If you have capability, you can also build your search engine, right? And maybe someone built the Zomato, Jepto. So if you have, there are so many people who are thinking, but they are not working on it, right? So that way, like, so what I was thinking, I was thinking like we can build up, I can build a platform or I can build a website where you can upload an image and it will help you to analyze and fix the issue why your image quality gets reduced, why your thumbnails are not looking good even after lot of changes. For example, earlier when I was asking ChatGPT, can you generate an image and keep the size 1920 into 1080? I never searched, or I'm not kind of person who is very curious. So what I did simply I asked and I blindly assumed okay it will generate 1920 into 1080. And what I did simply I uploaded it and it's not working. Even still I'm figuring out like why it is not working. And one more thing I observed right now, like if you see the quality of images that thumbnails that are being displayed in the okay, yeah, something is good here. I noticed one thing. Okay, it's like when I'm using, yeah, something is different. One thing I just observed, like when I'm using what we say OBS Studio to upload the image, it's better. Quality of image is better compared to when I'm using direct upload here. So now I need to find out a trick how to upload the video using OBS Studio. Just got it because I just observed. But yeah, if you have any idea how to improve it, the quality, do let me know. And definitely once I'll get it, maybe there will be a reason because here you see it's clear. You can see what it is written compared to what I'm seeing in the previous images. Here it's better compared to that. Here you can see the quality is comparatively good, and here see it's so bad. Text is not visible. You can see it's blurred and all. I will experiment a lot on it and then I'll let you know. Okay. By the way, if you are a content creator or you wanted to by the way, let's jump and let's learn AI. So today main task is like I will finish the remaining part of the video. Even I haven't practiced after watching the video, so it's a very bad. HTML CSS crash course. Oh god, I learned so many times HTML CSS like in the past, but now
Okay. So now we need to actually first
let's
of all
jump
I need
and
to just
let's learn AI instead of don't let's not be like a young samurai just imagining one day will become AI engineer or I will be part I will join a product based company. But the question is how, what are you doing to get or get closer to your dreams, or to become a good speaker, or to become a good YouTuber, or to become good uh, employee, whatever, good traveler, good anything. It's all about the things. And I always ask a question. It's applicable to me as well. Like always ask a question: how you are going to do this? What are the steps that you are taking uh, that will progress you closer, or that will move you to closer to your dreams? Very important. So let's now start it. So I will target 1 hour 30 minutes, because uh, from tomorrow onwards I will do it. But today let's target 1 hour 30 minutes, and we'll completely focus on watching the lecture, because today.
Just copy this boilerplate code. Perfect. Now, as built-in features available, based in content.
I forgot what I learned.
Library. Perfect. So you
Let me see one time. Yeah. What are the quotes? Anti-gravity. I don't know. It's so nowadays the weather is so hot. It's like every day it's so humid, and my face starts itching and all so many things. No, leave it. Don't need right now. By the way, so what I learned so far, I need to check here. First graph I built, and here we are just calling, or we are setting up the LLM model, anthropic model. Then Langgraph.graph I called start and end. These are the basically, you can say, nodes that we need to add, or literal string it's saying. Okay, and then a state graph, that we will use to construct the graph. And this is typing module typedict that we are using to construct state. So Langgraph custom its state, I created a class and typedict, and these are the properties, or you can say attributes we call it, and name and message. Okay, then I created a node, first node, that this is the custom node, Langgraph, and here we are passing the state. Okay, and then we are calling, like just typing our type hint, and it's like what will be the return value. So name we are updating. So we are first fetching the name and message from the state, and then we are modifying. So then we call LLM. Okay, this is name and this is message, and then whatever the AI message that we received and content and formatted, and then we are just updating the state message, and we are returning this state, so that it can be used for other. That's why here if you see line graph state, and then we are building the graph, and then we are adding the node. It's like a empty graph, no nodes, no edges, zero nodes and zero edges. Now we added one node, and here we are linking how this is a node, and this is the name of node, and this is first node. After that I added is what is the value of is, and what is the a relation between this is and from where it is starting. So from a start node, we are connecting first. So A to B, you have to give the point, like what is A node, what is B node. So start is the first node, or you can say starting point of it, of graph. First node, that is the custom node. Then again you can give any name here. It's not about particular to the function name. Okay, then graph is adding another is from into this, and then first graph dot compile invoke print first graph invoke, and just calling. Okay, so we are invoking graph, and we are providing the input that would be required here. So name and state, you can say name and message, these are the properties that we need to pass. And so we are passing, because these are going to be supplied throughout the you can say throughout the graph.
better. Ready for level to proceed. Show you and just remember this thing. Okay, library. Perfect. So you need to create this graph. Should be schema. Like what exactly you need to travel from one node to another. Okay, go very quick and let me just write it. No,
So
check your
first
rules, limits,
graph
and
I
decide
have covered.
delete a graphs all of them. Easy code graph variable which will be available to each function automatically by default. By default, have so you can say this data type of this particular variable is time. I will say um graph is I think for compile it can be compile it directly. I think so. Yeah, I think it can compile it directly.
Compile the graph. Where I compiled. Compile the graph, then basically run the graph. You can say.
I can simply say first graph equals my graph object, which is graph here. See, graph.compile. Just want to know very import image one minute and start welcome mode and then end the display as well.
IPython.display import image display. Could not type error authentication error. Invoke hello result print result. OMG, I remember one thing. I just disabled all the keys, so my key won't be working anymore because I deleted. So I need to use different key, and here is where is my key. So that's why one thing I'm building that is so okay. I do not need to stop it. Just transition. By the way, guys, I want to automate all the stuff so that I do not need to take care of these all. Even if it would be great if I will use another device to switch like a remote control instead of working. So let's do it. I mean, I'll do it. So by the way, what is Anthropic Cloud? API key, and I'll name it like something anti gravity RDE. I hope you guys cannot see me on my screen, and if you can see it, let me know. I will change it. Okay. By the way, where is my OBS, bro? Okay, I just changed my password as well. Oh, now I hope you can see my screen. Great. And what else? I hope now it will work. Oh, is it not working yet? What the heck, bro? I just updated. I mean, literally, what's wrong with? I learned one thing when I was building the project, that when you are not doing something, I mean, when, for example, I just executed the cells, but the problem was, yeah, biggest problem was, oh, is it different one, right? So I was telling you, what was the issue? Like, even I did key in the environment variable, but it was not updating, because that's why I remember, like, last time I used, I was struggling for it, and then I found, okay, I found means I searched and all override equals to true. So that's why whatever mistakes you make, there are your experiences and you are learning something from. So don't take mistakes as in a wrong way. Take them as an opportunity to learn and grow. Yeah, but if you are making the same mistake again and again, then you won't learn something. That means you are ignoring and you are very kind of person. And let me just do from uh, image. What is the package name, bro? ipython.display. I just want to ipython.display import image and display. Yeah, if we are learning, learn everything properly. And what is the image? First graph dot get graph dot draw mermaid dot get. What was the name? Okay, okay. So first graph, final graph dot get graph dot get draw mermaid. Format PNG. What, bro? Is it not accepting? Let me do one thing. Finally, we got our first graph and visualized it. So from IPython dot display image and display. Where I use display?
Simple, and you need to name.
Okay, print. Okay, there was one more thing. I think we'll get the graph version of it and we can use. Oh no, no. What was the method?
Make sure that wow, sometimes it disappears. So you could see the and you okay, and then I think first graph, obviously, then dot get graph, dot draw mermaid. Let's try this thing. I think it should work. If I run the same video, but let's see. I will see a code. Remember the same code that I just pasted in my whiteboard?
Okay, draw mermaid. Bro, draw mermaid it wasn't working for me.
So what you can do if this particular code doesn't work? Okay, you can use this code. What you will get, you will not get the graph, obviously, but you will get the code behind that graph. The code, the running code behind that graph. See, this graph is nothing but rendering this code. So what you can do then now is you just want to confirm like your tag is running fine and you just want to visualize it, right? You can just copy everything, okay, and then you can just paste it in the mermaid website. So simply go to any favorite browser and simply search, let's say mermaid.live, and okay, it will maybe asking you to you can say login. So you can just log in and see that's how you can just see this particular your graph. So this is another way. I usually use this thing as well if I just want to, let's say, render my graph and I'm seeing some errors, you any kind of networking thing. Because what that particular thing is trying to do, it is trying to render your this code immediately within the server, within your local server. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So you can just simply copy this code. And for now, I'm just simply commenting it out for you so that you can just use it if this code is not working. Simple. But for now, my code is working fine, so I will just use this. This is my graph. This is my graph. Simple. Now, finally, our graph is fine as it is that we want. Now I will simply say that I want to invoke my graph. So now I will simply say step 5. Run the graph. Now, if I want to just run my graph, I will simply say, hey, wow, such a big cell. So here I will say, I want to invoke graph and I can just use the same dot invoke method. So I will say, graph dot invoke. Okay. Why graph dot invoke? Because this is the graph that we compiled. Same keyword. Okay. I think first graph. The one that we compiled. Okay. The one that we compiled. So simply say first graph. First graph dot invoke. Now when invoking, we have to make sure that we are following the schema. What is the schema? The schema is, the first thing is name. Let's say my name is Ansh. Let's say my name is Anish, and then that's one. Now it will I message hi this thing with you taking all the internet history. What? Schema and schema. Perfect. So let me just interrupt it. And let me just interrupt. Interrupting Langgraph. Yeah, interrupt it right now. Whenever I just interrupt, it takes so long, and then I have to just let me now just say run on. Now let's see what will happen. Let's see if it will just run. Oh, so here it is. Second step, if it is able to do it. The state is and it is a practice that because you just to define the schema variable is of graphs now because I know understood completely so far. I would you have built this graph on your own. And our second graph, third graph, and we'll be using multi-variable graph. Okay, conditional graph, all of those things. Let's see. So now let's talk about some advanced, not advanced, like one step ahead, how we can just make sure that our schema will not break. And first of all, I want to create a dedicated folder for it. Let's say notebooks, and let me just move my notebook here. Because it doesn't look good when we just open this one. Okay, this is fine. So I have created this folder notebooks, and I'll be just creating all of my notebooks within this folder. Now I want to create my second notebook, and this second notebook is all about Pydantic. If you are not aware about Pydantic, personally, I love Pydantic. Pydantic is a kind of data parsing and data validation library in Python, with the help of which we can make sure that the schema, the data, the state, the key value pairs we are passing is absolutely correct. So Ansh Lamba, a quick question. If we use this one, which is our this schema, so you are saying that we can work with the schema, but it will not guarantee that it will just follow the schema exactly. This is a lightweight schema. This is just for type hinting, and that's it. This is not like actually the schema that can break the things and that should break the things. Pydantic is that library that allows you to just add strict rules on top of your data, on top of your orchestration. And if you are building some APIs on top of Langgraph solutions, or obviously you will because that's why you're learning Langgraph, then Pydantic is like amazing library. It is very similar to data class library, but why no one is talking about data class library nowadays? Because Pydantic is much more than that, and Pydantic is actually amazing. Okay, and obviously it's not a Pydantic class library, but if you want to learn about Pydantic, I have a different video on, I think, advanced Python, advanced and for AI or chapters. You will take it's fine. If it's your career, I cannot say anything, but it's good for you. It's my just a kind of suggestion. Now you are the owner who will take the suggestion or not, right? Simple. AI data engineering, AI engineering. I will simply first of all copy the cell, which is like boilerplate code. So I will write it here, and let me just close the terminal as well. So this is my you can say code cell. Okay, let me just run it. And this is the environment I want to pick. And after this, I will make sure that my model is up and running. So I will simply run this thing here. Okay, connecting to kernel, blah blah blah. So let me just restart this VS Code because I just paused it in the middle, so maybe it is okay. So if you just see these kind of issues with your ID, simply restart ID. Pro tip. So let me just run this one. Okay. So now what we are trying to build here, we will be working with Pydantic. Simple. Pydantic graph. So now the graph will be a little bit, you can say, advanced, kind of advanced, or you can say a kind of extended. So what you will build right now, you will, the same developer will build a graph like this. So first of all, you will build, let's say, start, welcome, and whatever. But instead of just building a simple graph, now let's actually level up because now your fundamentals are clear. So now we just actually build some amazing things. So after starting, you can see the graph. I want to create an LLM, right? And here you can simply ask a question. Let's say LLM query. So you will query the LLM. Simple. Then what you can do? What is this LLM? Now what you can do? You can simply add one more node. And you know what? Or let's say let's make it like a more real time thing. So I will simply say generate post. So this is the kind of node that I want to create to generate my post, my social media post, my LinkedIn post, anything. Simple on the basis of a topic. Simple. Now once it creates this post content, okay, this content, then I want to, you can say, tune it. In what sense? In what sense, like I want to, let's say, set a tone for this particular thing, or you can say a kind of evaluator to make it more, you can say, human style readable and all of those things, right? Now you can say, Shama, you can just pass on all the format things and all the details in this node why you want to get it written. First of all, because you want to get multi-node architecture. Second, usually we do not pass all the things to a single node. It's not a good practice. You should always divide the work that you want to get it done from the LLM in small chunks, because it performs the task better when you just provide only one task at a time. Very small task. So this will be like generate post, and this will be like find tuning. Or let me find your post. Simple. And then I want my response back. Simple. A kind of more real-time graph, and it will be like actually. And this will be powered by Pydantic. Because Pydantic will take care of the schema instead of typing. Simple. So Pydantic is the hero here, and Pydantic will build the schema. Okay, very good. Now let's try to build our schema. So I will simply go to my Pydantic. So here I will say Pydantic schema. Simple. So now in order to because define the Pydantic schema, you need to import one package similar to Pydantic, and we call it as base model. Base model is basically a class available in the Pydantic. So I will say from Pydantic import base model, and I can also import feed, because with Pydantic we can literally set some rules. Let's say I do not want any kind of null values. I want values within this range only. I want only these set of values. So we can actually perform so many things. Obviously, we are not covering all of these things in detail because there will be a Pydantic masterclass. But yeah, you should know about Pydantic. But for this Langgraph, we just need very basic understanding. So I will create a class similar to it. Let's say graph schema. Okay, and I will import base model. Simple. Now similar to Pydantic, I need to write my columns. Columns, or you can say keys that I want. I want first of all topic. Like on which topic I want to generate the post, right? You can say equals like string. So in Pydantic, we also get amazing option called field, in which we can just define some description and all. Simple. And it is very handy when you are just passing on this information to LLM, right? Because more information you pass to LLM, better it will perform. So topic, okay, and here I will say post, okay, post, and this is obviously string, and this is the field description. Let me just change it, the LinkedIn post content, and I will create one more key, which is called curated post, because I do not want to simply update the existing post that my LLM node 1 will create. I want to store this updated information in the curated post. Simple. Okay. String equals to field and description curated LinkedIn post content. Perfect. Simple, and I don't want hashtag, so it's fine. Simple. So this is my class. Now this has become my identity now. Let me just show you how you can parse this object. Let's say I want to create an object for this particular class. So what I will do, and this is just a demo. So I will simply say demo object equals graph schema, and I can pass on some values. For example, topic, and then I can say post, and then I can say curated post, like this. Simple. This is a very, you can say, hypothetical situation. So this is my thing. Now, what is wrong? I think double quotes. Okay. Oh. So this is my object. Now you know what? Let me just parse this thing, and you will see that it will work fine. Why? Because I am following all of the rules. Topic key is there, post is there, curated post is there. Okay, let me just run this, and let me just show you. Print demo object. Okay. So you will see everything. Topic is to theirs, and curated post is to theirs. Everything is fine. Now, if I make any mess here in this particular schema, let's say I just by mistake, you can say wrongly spell this. Let me just let's say write like this, curated like this. Okay. You know what will happen? It will fail. It will say one validation error for graph schema. So you cannot just simply pass this value. And this is very important. Let's say you are invoking the schema through an external API, and if that API does not follow all of these key pairs, it will not work. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Very good. So we know that it works fine. So now let's try to create the function for nodes. So I will quickly create the node functions. I will say def, and this will be like create post. Okay, create post, and I want to get the state. State is this one, and what is the schema of state? Graph schema. Okay, and it returns the graph schema. Okay. Here I will first of all get the state of it, like topic, because I need topic to send it to LLM, right? So I simply say topic equals to state dot topic. Now this is very interesting. Now in the in first example, we treated our state as a dictionary. See, but here you are using dot notation because this is an identity object. Makes sense? And by identity object, we use or we fetch the information with dot notation. If you want to treat it like a dictionary, that I personally like as well because I don't like this dot notation, you can convert your identity object into a dictionary, into a JSON using this one. Let's say state equals state dot model dump. So this is a function that converts your identity object into a dictionary. Now you can just use this thing. Simple. I can say converting identity model to a dictionary. Perfect. AI is here. So topic, we have got the topic. So I can say extract the topic from the state. Now you already know. I will simply say passing the topic to LLM with data link in post. Simple. So LLM not invoke, write a link in post about topic, dot content. Very good. Very, very, very good. So that's how you can just make sure that you are just passing on these things. Simple. So this is my post. Okay. And now I can just update the post. So update the state with the created post, state of post with the post, and return the state. Return the state. Simple. So this node is done. Let me just create another function. Let me just create another function which is curate post. Simple. So here, what I need to get, I simply need to first of all convert the state into model so that I can just convert it into a dictionary. Simple. And then I will extract the post from the state using post, and then I will pass this thing to LLM, and I will simply say, hey, curate the following link in post, and that's it. Or I can say curate the following link in post with Gen Z tone, something like this, right? So now, simple. I can say create the state, and return state. Simple. My two node functions are done. Simple. I hope it was easy because we already covered these fundamentals. This is very, very easy. Perfect. So now what I need to do, I simply need to delete my graph. And how I can just create the graph? Let's say graph equals, here you will first import the state graph from Langgraph dot graph, import graph, and state graph. Perfect. State graph, start, end. Perfect. So here I will say graph equals to state graph. Perfect. And here you will just pass your schema on the state graph. I will say graph schema. Perfect. And then you can say graph dot add node, which is this one. And then I will not add edge, by the way. I prefer creating first of all nodes and then I just create the edges. So I'll simply say add node. Let me just register the nodes. So this is my first node and this is my second node. Perfect. And my other two nodes are already created by the Langgraph. Perfect. So now, let me just create the edges. So this is my first edge. This is my second edge. From curate post node to, like create post node to curate post. Simple. Self-explanatory. Very good. Then my last edge is this one. Now let's try to compile it. Okay. So I will say graph, or you can say identity graph equals graph.compile. Simple. And I also want to display that amazing graph. So let's do it. And let's report it here. Yeah, let's write it here. Okay, so are you ready to run this? Very good. Create post is going to be because we didn't run this. Perfect. Now let's run this. So let's see what we get. Perfect. Start, create post, and end. This is your graph.
Second graph.
Very good. Now we need to invoke the graph just to test it. So I will simply say graph, or you can identity graph dot, because let's say importance of digital age in this, right? Now you know that you do not have any kind of other key. You do not have let's say post, right? Obviously you do not have, so you keep empty. Simple. And you have let's say create post, and you will keep it empty. Simple. Simple. Now let's try to run this. One variation error for graph schema. Why? Let me show you. We're just saying variation error for this curate post because I made a mistake. What is curate post? Identic does not understand anything. That's why I just made this mistake. It is not curate post. It is curated post, right? So that is the importance of identic. Makes sense? And you wouldn't see this error in identic. Really? Yeah, you wouldn't see this thing. So when you want to make your graph work with strict rules, and in real world we have to make strict rules, then yes, you have to use identic. So it will take some time. Okay, let's wait. Okay, see, we have got the things topic, post post and curated post. Simple. And this is the magic. This is the magic. Now it's lama. A quick question. Yeah, I know what is the question. What if I just pass topic and I do not pass these things? What will happen? Because I don't have any kind of information. So just keeping it null or empty. What if I just pass this? What will happen? You already know. It will not accept it. It will say, I have to keep those. It will say keys. Makes sense? It will simply say, you need to pass those keys as well. So yes, you can just keep it empty, which is a very normal practice, but you have to pass the schema. It will only check the schema. Simple. So now we'll tell you very important topic, which will like actually enhance your understanding about how graph is working under the hood. Okay, and this is very important. Let me just talk about it. Let's wait for this response. Let's see what it will write this time. Bro, you're taking so much time. Let me just show you directly. So now, if I go to let's say my functions, see here. So these are the two functions. Here, let's say this is node 1, this is node 2. Let me just draw it. So let's say generate post. Simple. This is my generate post. Let's say generate post, and then I have find new post, or let's say curated post. Let's say, yeah, let's keep it because we know like we have used different names. This one. So let's say like this. Perfect. Do you know what? Never ever think that output of this node will be treated as the input of this node. Never, because this is a very common practice when we work with Langgraph. So yeah, never ever think that the output of this node will be the input of this node. Never. LangChain works on this particular principle when the output of one, where we do not have nodes, but let's say one function, is the input of the second node. Why? Because we do not have the stateful orchestration. That is the biggest advantage. So I can say, in LangChain, the output of one node is the input of the next node, but in Langgraph, the input, or you can say in Langgraph, it's not the case. So how our next node is using the content which is updated by this node. Let me just tell you. So what will happen? Let's say I'm executing this node. Okay. So there is a special area where we store the state, right? So this area is called state schema that we created. State schema. So now when I will execute this node, or not I, like let's say Langgraph is executing this node, it will execute the node, it will make the changes in the schema dictionary, and it will save that information here. Okay, here. Now, when this node will be running, the input of this node is the state schema, not the output of this function. So this will utilize this schema automatically. Simple. Simple. So output of this is not the input of this node. This will just update the state schema, and state schema will automatically go inside this particular node. Or I can say node 1, just for the understanding, for generic understanding. Let's say node 2. Makes sense? So this output will be not be the input of this thing. So they are simply using the state schema. Wow. And what if let's say I have another node? Same thing. Same thing. So what will happen? Here, you will be having state schema like this. So now this will update the information in the state schema, let's say. Let's say like this. Okay. And this is let's say node 3. And this will write it here. Oh. Yes, that's how it works. Simple. Node 3 will automatically pick the information from here. Okay. So they never share the output and input with each other. They always share the state schema. They always share the state schema. I hope it makes sense and I hope it is clear. This specifically. Simple. Just make sure this is like the backbone of the understanding of the nodes. And this is the biggest advantage over LangChain when we just work with Langgraph. Make sense? Okay. Very well done. So now let's talk about a concept called messages. So whenever we just chat with the LLM, most of the time we deal in the messages, and you have already seen one type of message which is called AI message. Let me just make it.
Why don't I create first? First, let me create another graph. I will mark that as markdown. Python, where are you, bro? It was there, but logo was not. Okay, let's do say second graph. Okay, now why you kept E? From LangChain. Okay, let me do one thing. First, let me copy. Started. LLM we have. I don't need to invoke it again, or I will use it directly. So from Langgraph.graph import start and state graph. Okay, I will remember. From Langgraph.graph import start end and command space state graph. Okay, from pydantic dot model. I think this was the class uh, custom graph state is equals to, we will say it will take what, name, it's class, right? So it will inherit. Oh, sorry, my bad. Base model, I believe, and it will return what until return. Let's search. I forget so quickly things. I hate it. Maybe I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like sometimes I'm forgetting or sometimes I'm not even able to recall them. Am I getting older or what? Okay, so lang graph. What is it? Docs, no documentation, but what? Pydantic. Oh, bro, I need. Schema. Bro, why are you searching LangChain? One minute. Where is the issue? Yeah, base model. What will it return? No return. No type. I mean it's object group. Why will it return something? Just you have to inherit. Type field. So what I'll say? What are the custom okay, so let's say I want to create two post generator. Post name. Why again? So post name will be str equals to field and why my agent is not working good? Okay, field description. Wall. Okay, post description. Details. I don't know. Post name and str. Let's say post date. What exactly? Post name. Post title. I will do two things. Post title. Post title information. Okay, then post details. This will be also field. So description or context about project. Description of the post, or okay, let's leave it simple. So we created this, and LLM will be. Why do I need to create? Do I need to create again? Okay, so we created. Now the first thing is we need to build the nodes. So def node, you can say LinkedIn post. Huh. Hmm. And here we'll say curated post. I just wanted to see str equals to field description post for LinkedIn and Insta. It will contains both. So I'm just okay. What I'm thinking, post details will be curated in the curated post, right? Table post tags. It will be interesting. Uh, Tags for the post. Okay, so it will generate all the things. Now we have created now LinkedIn post will say state is to custom state graph, and it will return again custom state graph. Okay, by the way, so now we are going to do two things. So we have this post. So we have state. So state, okay, state equals to, not a state JSON dict, let me call it, equals to state dot model. Okay, okay, now what we'll do, so state dict. So first thing is we need post title equals to state dict post title, and another is post tags will be post tag. So I need to generate it. LLM dot invoke. By the way, I need one more thing. I just wanted to format the output, right? So I need two things. I will create one more class, and it is for output format, and here base model, post title, okay, not post title, post tags will be field str only, field description. You know what I'm doing? I'm simply creating like I need two things from LLM, not just one thing, that is post. So I'm just tweaking the changes. Post, okay, social media tags for post, social media tags for the post, and post title. No, 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 no. Post details. Str field description, description, post details. Oh, post details. Oh, I think post description or post content. It's better if I said it post content. But content will contain post details is not looking good. But leave it. Let's say curated post. Okay, so we got this. Now what I wanted to say, llm.invoke structured. There is schema will be output format, and so new LLM you can say. Is it okay if I'll say it like this? So I think it should be part of outside, because we are gonna use it in both LLM with a structured format, LLM format. I'm just using some jargon words that are not good. So result LLM format dot invoke, and message will be something like uh, I will use two messages. First one is the system, and you are a is the LinkedIn post generated. LinkedIn post generator having good years of having good experience. Okay, then then masses are what we say user, and will say you can you create a post for this title. For okay, so I need to call the state. Oh, okay, I have post title, so yeah, we can use it. and whatever the response that we are going to get, there will be two things. Let's print the response, or how will I print it? I will do one thing. I know how to do it. I will comment it, and for post I will just use for this title, modern relationship. I will say modern relationships. Relationships. Okay. So let's see. I didn't first. I need to run this. Then need to run this. Language model input. Base model. Bro, this file same messages. Still, there is issue. Role content. Bro, I forget it. Really, I don't think. Okay, LangChain messages format. Role content metadata. This is one option. Name, ID. Okay. Where is the list of masses? We'll learn it. So what I'll do, it's pretty. Yeah, see, modern we got two things: post tags Okay. Post details. Modern relationship are built. Perfect. So I record one more thing. It's great, but the more we use, more better will become. Simply because as you practice a lot, you will get to know. Because it's difficult to remember, and it's AI. You don't need to remember. Don't need to be. And my memory is not sharp. I'm bad at. By the way, it's working right now. So what I'll do? Simply I'll how to get those values. Are we gonna get result in type of result? Will it be output format result dot great. So I got it. Now I just need to format. Okay, title post title. By the way, LLM format. I need to uncomment it. It's great. It's automatically telling like okay you haven't print result, no need to print, and now we'll say what two things we'll get from it tags. But bro, one more problem here. Okay, we'll append them simply. So post tag, I will say list. It will be list post. Great. Now result with it. LLM Pro. Okay, we got the result. Now we have response, or you can say response dot. So what we say state append. Will it work or not? Append. Pydantic object adding a list field. Wow, nice English. Then I need to items dot append. Okay. what I was doing here. Fuck bro. You are not, you don't know basics of it. State is an object dot post tags dot append, and you will append, okay, result dot tags post tags, and one more thing you will do, state I type post, curated post, and dot append result dot post details. Perfect. And now we need to return state. So this is one node. Shall I add description here, or I'm not sure. Define LinkedIn Insta post. So it will be similar to this, just I need to add a few. Insta post, you are Insta. Okay, so we added both. Finally, what needs to be done? Now we create graph, final graph. Graph. In graph is nothing but here you will say state graph, and here in state graph will keep as it is. State schema है. So custom graph state you will give, and it will be the part of this, like we are supplying the schema, and also we need to supply, okay, these are the input that you are defining, and here you are passing a list. Now it will take care of the schema, or it will create a separate location to handle the schema. Okay, now every time what you are doing, so you will start fin graph dot add node. Okay, so Insta post, first we'll create LinkedIn post will be LinkedIn post, and then fingraph dot add node. Okay, so here you will say Insta post, it will become Insta post. So pro Insta post. Okay, so we have defined the new nodes. Now time to define ages. Okay, so defining ages means fin graph. I will invoke dot add age, and first age will be start. Start to where? So you will say LinkedIn post, and second is fin graph dot add age, and LinkedIn post to Insta post. Okay, third is fin graph dot add age. We got Insta post, so now it will be like Insta post. This is a node, and from here to end. Literal string. Finally compiled to fin graph compiled graph. So now what I will do, before I run, I just wanted to print it. So let's say from, what is the name, image अबे भुलक्कड़ man, shoot. What's wrong with you? You're not remembering anything. IPython.sp. My memory is getting strong. I need to start eating almonds, I believe. Yeah. What is time right now? 3:13. Oh god. I need to just stop it quickly. IPython.display import. After finishing it, I will stop. I will start tomorrow again. Mhm. Yeah, because Python.display import, but I need to again start grinding, and now I'll prepare for cloud certification first. So I Python.display import. Well, in the last certification, I failed. It's bad. I need to reapply if I'll get voucher. I'm not sure if they will allocate my voucher again, but I need to prepare again if I'll get voucher. Okay, so that's another story, another side story of my life. I Python the display import, what is it, control and image. See, first we are starting LinkedIn post, then Insta post, then it's ending. By the way, it's cool to see. Still, I am okay. Compiled graph. Now we can say invoke. So, what are the things that we need to pass? Two things we need to pass, guys, and these are not these. What is the state? I forgot the state. So weird. Post title, post tags, and custom curated post. So post title, modern relationship, relationships, model relationships, and post title, post tags. It will be blank. Okay. Another thing is post curated posts. Wow, I was not expecting it. One validation error. Let me read if I can get it. Collect interrupts from updates from updates stream for chunk, self chunk or something is happening. One validation error for custom graph state. Field required. What is the heck? One validation error. See, oh, okay, got it. No, earlier it was something else, and reason was like I haven't executed the last cell. Now, bro, you haven't printed the result. Very bad. So what new I did here? It's like you can do the same thing there as well, but here just post title modern relationship post tags hashtag modern relationship. So it's just if you see there are two hashtag basically two appended, so you can think of like okay something is coming. I'm not interested in seeing the result as of now. Just we got the response. There are two set of values. Yeah, good. I won't say good thing is here like we haven't created any state dependency. Whatever the state we are getting, just we are updating, and at the end we are getting. So you can say what exactly we are performing. So one thing I observed, like whenever you are doing something, it's more of yeah. I'm getting little bit. I mean, I'm getting. Let's discuss it. So accelerator. What I think. This is your. These are your nodes. Okay. Let's say these are your beautiful nodes. Three. And okay, what is happening? It's like you are passing something, and then five. So this is how the process is happening, and here you will be having one state. And what you are doing, basically you are accessing it, and then first you accessed, then what you did before moving forwarding, or what, I need to change the door direction of it. First it accessed something from this, then it updated. The arrows are not feeling good. Okay, basically it's some operations are happening between these two. Uh, and now can I click two things? Okay, here also you are doing the same, here also you are doing the same, here also you are doing the same. What you are doing? Hey, stupid boy. Basically you are taking in each node is trying to access it and then performing some operations and then modifying and getting back. So it's not a perfect diagram, I would say. 5. I hope you, if anyone is gonna watch, they'll get little bit of it. Okay. So see, for each one, this is one node, this is another node. I'll make a blue cure. Pretty slow. I mean, you get it, bro. Why should I do it? It's very bad, harsh word. Why should I do it? Because you are learning. So if you are learning, you should do it, bro. You cannot say like, okay, now different colors, and yeah, it's perfect. Now you can see first whatever the input that we got, that will be like you are passing the state, and then this is being uh, like it will move from start node to this, and it will try to fetch the state value, and again it will process something, maybe it's pending or it's forwarding again without any changes, then it's like this you are. But in case of chain, what we were doing, simply whatever input you have given, it will be given to this one, and then it will modify. So here and there the problem was like whatever you were doing. Oh, so what I'm thinking, like, okay, there were some scenarios there you can use a chain, but the problem is, so let's say this is one chain you are creating. Okay, so what you will do? If input is straightforward, you will do this. I mean, yeah. So you will add command G, and you will add one more drawing, one more drawing. Okay, so these are the, so what, you got input, Okay, 2. So we'll get some input, input. Okay, so here we'll get some input, we'll get some, I mean, we are going to pass some input and it will be processed by, like you can say, first chain, or you can say nodes of chain, what we say, tasks, and bro, it's very bad. Control J. Task 1, task 2, okay, task 3, 32, task 4. But the thing is, suppose, okay, so here what I'm thinking, suppose you given some input, now it will be task 1, task 2. If you can process multiple things, okay, now it's simple task, so it's like flowing from one to another. But suppose here you want something like where you have a node. Now these both are accessing the same task, okay, so we'll say, okay, this one is also accessing the same output of it. Great. But I think you can create task 1 to task 3. If state I will give, suppose I will give it to this, and now I want to do this, command to, okay, and then whatever we get, yeah. So one thing you cannot do, that is here, let's say you did something like, okay, you are whatever you got from here, you executed the task, and now whatever the result that got, it will be part of this node. But what if you wanted to do something after it, maybe let's say 5, now you decided like, okay, after finishing this I will call it, and I will do some step, and then maybe we'll do one more node, we'll create one more node, okay, then I will pass it, I will pass it as like this. So you will see, like here what you are doing, you are getting the input from this, and then you are waiting for task 4 to be completed. My sticky notes are uh, falling down, maybe the glue is no more working, or so see, you cannot backtrack. Once node is processed, you can utilize its output for further, but you cannot recall it, or maybe you cannot call it, wait, and you can you execute it or not, I don't think, maybe you can execute it, I'm not sure. Oh, let me, by the way, so yeah, I think, study video, let's ask. 5. Command shift 4. Let me ask. I just wanted to clarify if we can do it or not. Can we build such type of workflow in LangChain, or we need to use Langgraph? Task 1. Pro. Maybe it's not able to use the arrow input. Task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4, task 5. And what it does, task A. Card it automatically. Task A. That will be task 1. Task 3. Where is the task 2, bro? Why you added task 2? It was task 4. Let's say task 3. LangChain is mainly designed for prompt, LLM, parser, toolism, or I don't need code. I just want simple prompt LLM, LangChain, sequential pipeline, LangChain, parallel task, LangChain, Langgraph. You can use Langgraph as well. Shared workflow state, built-in. Huh? What is built-in? DAG. Excellent. Okay, built-in feature. Excellent. Loops, not, Lang conditional routing, multi-agent service, checkpoint and resume. Okay, so I'm not sure what it is at right now. Maybe we need to explore more further. So yeah, that's pretty much for the day. Let's stop it, bro. I mean, I was expecting 2 hours 30 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes, I believe. Yeah, that's all. Okay, let's stop it. Thank you. Let me start. Stop. I'll leave it.